Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, come on in.
Welcome. You are now listening to Click Click Play. Please enjoy.
Fight!
Hello! Welcome to Click Click Plays. No, Twitch Play now. I can turn my face back on. Every single time we do that beginning, I always end up putting my webcam on the image at the front. It looks really crazy. How is everyone doing? This is Twitch Play episode 2. Joining me, I'm BiggusBennus, but joining me as always, seems to be over there in the corner, Flighty Broad.
Hi everybody. How's it going?
Hey, how are you doing?
Send dick pics.
Oh, how are you all? Yeah, so your Flighty's audio is a little bit delayed for some reason, but or her images. You're like a ventriloquist here.
Here, let me restart my thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Joining us also, you heard him last week. He was a phone-in guest last week, but this time he's here properly. It's Ace of Twitch.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Woo! Our resident crazy Dutch bastard, according to Jacon.
Oh, you're Dutch? Ew.
Oh, well, yes, I'm gross. I'm gross German.
Yeah. Yeah, dirty German. That's what.
Dirty German, yeah.
Dirty German. All right, and he's just woken up about 2 seconds ago. It's the one, the only Melamanon.
The Melon, the man.
The man of the melons.
I finally get to join this Twitch podcast.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd make it because I was like, he's not been on right. He's away on everything that is set at, and then CQ said, yeah, he's probably asleep. I thought, oh no, he's yeah, he's been working you too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how are you guys? How have you been, Flighty? Have you had a good 2 weeks since we last spoke?
Oh my gosh. So I've been doing brackets for games.
Oh, I know.
To let viewers decide what I'm gonna play.
Bad idea, that.
I mean, the trick I have found, and what I'm learning from you, Ben, is that you have to put nothing but games that you want to play in your brackets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because last night and the previous stream before that, I was playing a game called Republique, which I was actually really excited about because it was about crushing a fascist state, which is totally my jam. But it's so bad. They were constantly like breaking the fourth wall with references to Kickstarter. It was boring, and just the gameplay was awful. And then after like an hour, everybody in the chat was like, this is just like watching somebody in an abusive relationship, not understanding that they're in an abusive relationship.
What kind of game is it?
It's I'm told it's a lot like Watch Dogs. You kind of guide
so
a
it's
person.
like an open world.
No, not even that. It's more linear. It's like you are a person watching another person through cameras, and you have to guide the other person through guarded areas.
I see.
Crazy.
It's in theory and on paper, it would be super cool, but like they managed to just cock that right on up.
Sounds like the controllers from the first Resident Evil games.
Oh yeah.
That same graphics as well, wasn't it?
With those static cameras.
Yeah,
basically.
I was watching your stream I think I was there for maybe an hour, and in an hour it crashed 3 times.
Oh my god, yes. And I had to I spent 45 minutes of one stream troubleshooting that, shooting the shit with people in the chat because they were wonderful and patient.
You just turned it off.
Everybody was just like, Jack, this is an abusive relationship, play something else. And then I downloaded Transistor, and everything has been fine since then. I felt so light and free.
Oh, nice. I really want to try. I might add it to the next time I do brackets. What's that? Cyberpunk kind of horror game. Observer. I want to have a look at
Oh
that.
yes, it
Seems
looks
quite
so
cool.
good. It has my robot husband in it, Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Speaking of robots, you sound slightly. Flighty sounds slightly robotic today. I don't know you.
Do I really?
Are there people streaming porn in your house right now?
My
Most
stepkids
likely.
are over,
Ah.
so they're probably using up them internets.
Oh yeah, using up all those internet. We had a friend I used to like share a flat with, and she wasn't very technologically savvy, and we used to describe the internet as the sugar. And like we have like a limited amount of sugar coming in, and if she's taking some sugar, then it's less sugar for the rest of us, and things. And just trying to make it work, trying to explain bandwidth to her, and it worked.
Well.
Oh, GG.
But now she just refers to it always as sugar. So, the sugar's not working.
Aw, Grandma.
That's not sweet.
Oh, got it. I see. So, played any other games, Flighty?
One game that I cannot stop thinking about is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Ooh, British game.
So good. Oh my gosh. If you have the opportunity to buy that game and play it, go in as blind as you possibly can. Don't look up anything about it. I just promise that you will have a wonderful time playing it.
I am interested in playing it. I think, did I get it? Or I'm waiting for it to be on sale. I imagine it'll be on sale very soon if it's not already.
Give them all of your money, Ben.
They are British.
All of it.
Yeah.
Give your money to the Queen.
Have they, have you finished it yet?
I have. I actually, it is inspiring me to do some recreational academic writing, which is what I've been doing research for a lot about women in horror games.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's taken up my weekends instead of drinking.
Oh, well, not for me.
Obviously. Are you hungover today?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
amazing.
well, last night I was streaming, obviously. I was streaming quite late, drinking lots of beer. Well, I've started, well, not started. That sounds wrong. It sounds like I'm turning to an alcoholic. But I bought a couple of cans of beer instead of bottles. And they fit like three measures in one of those cans. So I had like 3 of those and I was really drunk. Then I went out and didn't feel that drunk. So I thought, and when you go in, they give you 2 free drinks. And so obviously you're going to get the most expensive drinks. So I got 2 vodka Red Bulls. And in Spain, it's pretty much 50-50. 50% vodka, 50% Red Bull. I made sure it was Smirnoff, though. None of their like cheap house vodka. Although Smirnoff, isn't the nicest.
There was still Red Bull in it, though.
And then, I don't like the taste of Red Bull, but with vodka, much nicer, said the alcoholic. And then I also had 2 tequilas as well. So I'm a little bit sore today, and not in a good way. It was a bit brutal last night. I got out of bed about 6 o'clock.
Lots of bleeding. What have I told you about using lube?
I know. Only haters go in dry. Speaking of which, Mellum, how have you been?
Hey, I've been good.
What have you been up to?
Played so that many new games this week.
Oh well, did you not play any more God of War?
I finished that last week, didn't I?
Had you finished it by the? Yeah, I think you had by the time of the podcast.
No, not last podcast. No, it was Wednesday. So no.
No. What do you think? I mean, it'll be.
It's amazing. Hopefully we're gonna have a spoiler podcast on it.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go in depth then. But spoiler alert, it's really good.
Yeah. Such a good game, but yeah, it is. There's so many, you can't say much about it without spoiling it. But just like it constantly gets like the story grabs you, and you think, wow, I'm really grabbed at this area, and then something else happens. You're like, whoa, I'm really even more involved, and then more and more and more. One thing I really like about it is there are not many characters in it. But they really like flesh out the characters that are there. So it's really. But we'll talk about that more with the spoiler cast at some point.
Yeah.
And Ace of Twitch, how are you?
Hello, dude. I'm doing great.
Yeah, what have you been playing recently?
Well, actually, I just finished 2 games, Far Cry 5 and Dark Souls 3. Do you know the feeling when you finish a game you really like, and then on the next morning you wake up like, I miss something in my life.
What is life?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Which game do we think he's talking about?
Dark Souls 3.
Actually, both. And Far Cry 5, it got repetitive at some point, but after I finished it, I'm just sitting here like, I want to play more. Where is it?
But is there a lot to do, or did you do like all the side quests while you were playing it?
I still have side quests to do and other stuff, but if I look at Dark Souls, I have the same thing with that game. I 100% completed it. All side quests, all bosses killed. There's nothing I can do, and I feel empty inside.
Oh.
But the good thing about the Ubisoft games is that
Oh, Melon. Hey, I didn't expect you to say this.
yeah, but it's gonna sound salty because if you liked one game, there is 5 more just the same.
Oh, that's true. Although I'm switching everyone over to the Division now. Everyone's getting it. Sean got it. The adorable Sean is in the chat. He's just recently downloaded it.
You're making me want to get it.
Well, we're all gonna be playing it. You can join us.
Oh, God.
Gonna play what?
I have such
Division.
I have such a long list of games to play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Though.
Yeah, that's why I've started trying to. I've got like the brackets that Flighty's been doing, and just this afternoon we got to the final 2. It's Zelda: The Wind Waker HD against Bayonetta. Currently, Zelda's winning it by 75%.
I saw your list, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I finally whittled down to two games with ladies' names in the name. There you go. How modern.
You sound really salty about that.
No.
Names.
Ladies' names, lady games. 2 Nintendo games though. Well, games that I'm going to be playing on Nintendo. But if Zelda wins, I'm going to have to dust off my Wii U. But hopefully, I've got all the parts for it. So, yeah, Mela, what? So, yeah.
Props on finishing Dark Souls 3. That's really a good job.
Yeah, 100% as well.
Thank you. Oh well, I still have to do the Ring City DLC. That's the only thing left. It's just the. I played it for the challenge and I killed all the bosses and just my heart. I want to. It feels so empty. It's like you fight one boss for a few hours and you just want to finish it, and when it's finished, it's like I want to fight him another 2 hours.
Yeah. It's Stockholm syndrome,
well.
that. So, yeah. So, what's your next game going to be? You're going to play? Have you played any other Dark Souls games? Have you played them all?
This was my very first Dark Souls game.
Ooh.
And probably the best. I have no idea if I want to do the remastered version of Dark Souls 1.
You should
I've heard some.
play remastered when it comes out.
I've heard some good things about it. I'm really thinking about it.
It's out soon.
My favorite is actually Dark Souls 2. Nobody agrees with me.
Yeah,
but that's my favorite.
I never hear anything about Dark Souls 2. I'm just sitting here like what's wrong with the
Story-wise, it's not. It has nothing to do with the 2 other games. It's just some of the stuff, but mainly it's another story. But you have the most customization, I would say, in Dark Souls 2, and you can there's a lot of cool stuff. You can like respec and stuff later in the game, which you can't in the other games. So.
In the chat, Pewd says
nice.
you guys should try it. Ni no Kuni 2 on PS4. Yeah, I played it a little bit. Mellum has completed it.
100%.
100%.
Oh, nice.
How many hours did that take, Mellum?
70 something.
Hot damn.
Wow.
Damn, dude, I have 90 hours on Far Cry 5 and I still haven't completed it 100%.
Yeah, there's so much to do in those games. I don't think. Yeah, actually, what God of War Platinum was one of my things I put in the brackets, but it didn't make it. It got lost in the semi-finals. Okay, let's go into the Twitch section. So yeah, this is Twitch Play. It says click play over there because that's where you can find it. But we call it Twitch Play podcast because we talk about Twitch and things. So the topic today, feel free to get in. If you type !Discord, you can put your questions into the Discord channel. There's a podcast channel on there, and yeah, feel free to add any questions you want. If you want to join in, just go to the waiting room, sit in the waiting room, and then we can drag you in and chat to you for a little bit. That's what Ace did last week, and this week he's here. Yeah, Ace in the chat as well. Oh, another Ace Link in the chat says.
Not Ace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says Bloodborne is more action-packed, faster paced, and no shields.
Bloodborne is the best game that FromSoft ever made.
I didn't like the health system. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. How you have to collect those health potions.
Yeah, but also if you get hit, you can if you're fast and hit back, it will regenerate your health.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah. So it's more. You have to be more offensive.
What about Neo? Neo is one of my is my favorite type of game like that. I played a bit of Dark Souls 3.
I haven't played enough, but from what I play, I just feel like it's not up to par. But apparently everybody loves it, so it must be.
I kind of if it's really cheap on PC, I would be tempted to get it again on there. I'd like although you can play on 60 frames per second on a PS4 Pro, so I'm tempted. Yeah. Okay, let's go into the Twitch questions. So we've got some left over from last week, some questions that we didn't do. But the general theme today is how to grow your channel and how to grow maybe your community, which is kind of the same thing.
Use a pump.
Use a pump. Yeah, we had some unusual questions, which we'll still come to because I think Flighty would be great at answering some questions that were asked in the Discord channel.
Wait,
what?
You're just being called out.
This Discord channel real fast.
It's the NSFW one.
You have to Google.
Okay, question about your first streams. How did you manage to keep talking like nothing? Talking like nothing, even when you knew nobody was listening. Yeah. So, did you? When you
know my secret?
Yeah.
I don't do it.
You don't talk.
You are very quiet when you stream. You're laser focused. Every now and then you like glance at your chat like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? You're like super like cool and cash about it.
I have the most yeah. It's not really what's the word? A lot of communication in my stream.
Yeah, it's not a very dynamic.
But that's why I stream with you, so I can have it there.
Yeah.
On my stream, I can just play.
So if anybody knows, Mellum and I often stream together. We do duo streams, so we can. That works really well.
Just say it, Ben. We are partners.
We are partners.
You two are absolutely life partners. There's no getting around it. Just accept it, Ben. Dang.
That's true. That's why I had to bring Dave on so that people believe that he exists. He had to get on the stream yesterday. So just think, oh, it's Ben and Mellum. Ben and Mellum.
Getting fan fiction.
Yeah. Oh, we should have
it's already in the works, I assure you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my. Oh, we should have got Mellum's girlfriend on yesterday while Dave was streaming. Could have gotten both.
Yeah, she was happy yesterday.
Oh, happy.
Yeah.
Because she got you for the evening. You go out last night?
She went out.
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
home.
she was crunk.
Yeah.
As we Americans say.
Yeah. Sounds good. What about you, Ace? Like, if you ever stream and there's 0 viewers, or when you first started out, how did you get talking? How do you keep talking?
Actually, I just when I started, it definitely was very quiet at first. I'm one of the luckier ones to have active friends who were in a chat.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started streaming, I was told that there are two things why people there are two features that are most important when streaming, or why people will watch, which is 1, interesting commentary, or 2, great gameplay. Like you either have to be amazing at the game or give good commentary. I had neither at the time. I just had active friends. I still think that I have neither. But
no, you're good. I've seen you play.
Yeah, you finished Dark Souls. I could not finish Dark Souls. Like, no, it would be impossible for me. I'm just terrible at games.
And also, you talk really good with your stream.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
It's like a good flow through it also. Props again.
No, thank you so much. Well, whenever my friends start whenever my friends talked during one of my first streams, I just focused as much as I could on even one person who was talking, and the most advice that's given is just throw out anything that comes that comes to mind, and just say the first thing that you think of when you're playing. But I think the most important thing is when you play a game is have fun. If you're not having fun, the way people who watch have no fun. And
That's so true.
and you shouldn't give commentary that you think others will like. You gotta give commentary that you will like. You just gotta say what. Well, I guess the simplest advice is just be yourself. Just say whatever comes to mind. Just they come for you. They stay for you. So I think the most important thing is just being yourself and saying what you
Yeah.
find interesting to hear.
Yeah,
But like, if you're a person, you say that you have to be like yourself, and also, so if you're a person that doesn't want to have a commentary all the time,
Oh yeah, that's definitely not necessary. No.
yeah, don't feel the
that's
need
that's
to do
legit.
that.
Yeah.
Because if you force it, it's gonna feel wrong, and people will notice that. So
Yeah, like Mellum likes to chill. You still get loads of viewers, Mellum. Like even when you're having a chilled day where you're playing PUBG and you're really concentrating, you still get lots of viewers.
It's the mustache.
People are nice.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever I'm out with friends or something, or just in public, it's not. I still have fun. I still have lots of fun, even if I don't actively talk with friends. Like just being there is enough. And indeed, commentary or great gameplay is definitely not needed. I mean, everyone, like, there is no formula to win when streaming. Just have fun, even if it means not talking. Like, I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree. And also, like, if especially don't talk over. If you're playing a story-based game, don't talk over cutscenes and things. Like I was playing Yakuza. I know it's rich coming from me. But I was playing Yakuza 6, and like when it came to cutscenes and stuff, I turned my cam off and I didn't say anything. So, and people they prefer that. Although that's something I learned recently after we did Metal Gear Solid? I think it was Metal Gear Solid playthrough, and I put it on YouTube.
Yeah, you got a lot of feedback there.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, he just spoke over it and then said why, and then there was the other one that just kept spoiling it for him. YouTube's a lot more honest about it, a lot more brutal than Twitch.
Yeah, of course they are, because they can't get confronted with their answers, or like their comments.
You
can't give like a live reply to them.
Yeah,
I can just imagine the guy sitting in his room like, no, what the hell did you do? and just frantically typing and smashing his keyboard in frustration, and then just laying in night at bed thinking to himself, I showed him, I told him.
Yeah.
I like to kind of de-stress at night and lay in the darkness and just think, fuck that YouTube commenter. Yeah.
I haven't had many abusive. Just on that Metal Gear Solid one, I had a couple of comments. Apart from that,
no, it's a game that some people love way too much. So when you play games like that, you really have to, what can I say, respect the game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you have to respect. If you don't respect it, if you're like, I was taking the piss out of Metal Gear Solid. I was playing it, and because it was an old game, I was able to, and I knew Jordan was a massive fan, so I would say some stuff just to wind him up. But then there are people who are even bigger fans than Jordan, getting really, really angry watching that.
I feel just hearing the phrase "respect the game" put me on the defensive, because I was like, "Who's going after my friend Ben?" Saying that like it was like a personal affront to you.
Oh, what was?
No, but it's I think you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I find it difficult to really respect a game where the main characters are called Solid Snake and Liquid Snake,
Liquid Snake.
It sounds so wrong, doesn't it?
and Big Boss. They've it's taking the mick out of itself.
A boss, you're so big.
I mean, Big Boss. That's another one of my names, but another reason. Your next question. I'm sorry, I don't know who submitted these questions because they're from last week. What thing a mod does do you like? What's the most useful thing for a mod to do for their streamer? Ooh, good question. Good question. What do you like your mods doing?
I like to make sure that I have mods who line up with me ideologically.
Mm-hmm.
So like people who've been hanging out in the chat, who like call people out on their bullshit when they come in my chat, because then I know, like, you know, they know how to use the hammer properly.
Oh, that ban hammer.
Actually, I have a small anecdote about that. The culminating moment of when I knew that your community, Ben, was one that I belonged in.
Yeah.
Was you were playing some game. Incidentally on Twitch, isn't that weird? Somebody came up in your chat and started talking shit about feminism, and he was like, I'd rather fuck a hole in the wall than fuck a feminist. And then I said, well, neither would want to fuck you anyway. So and then like you went quiet real fast, and then you looked at the camera and you were like, Flighty, you can do whatever you want to him. And I looked over and I had the little sword next to my name, and I was like, oh my gosh. We line up ideologically.
Of course. Yeah, no, everyone's welcome in mine except for people who are not welcome in other people. So there.
So that's what I have to say about that.
No, I like mods as long as mods are having a good time. I mean, mods I don't really like, to be honest, some of the mods I give like the mod out. I used to, like, at the beginning when I first started streaming, I was just giving my mod ship out to people who I just like treat as friends. But then I think I did like a cleanup of people. Just said, okay, well, these guys I'd never really see anymore, and they probably don't know what the commands are or anything, so I'll just get rid of that. And I think it was AJ came in, and I'd got rid of him because he'd been away for a while. Lovely guy. I was just cutting down numbers, and he's like, "Oh, thanks. The pressure, it was too much. I didn't want it." And like he was genuinely like happy that he didn't have it anymore because he felt like there was extra pressure. And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I suppose there is. I shouldn't just give it out to everyone. I should like kind of, you know, make sure and ask people if they want it first, rather than just say, 'Hey, you're a mod now,' and they're like, 'Hey, what?'" So. Yeah.
It kind of surprises me how much pressure some people get for being a mod. I mean, like, I keep saying it, just be yourself. That's what you got to be a mod for. It's not like you suddenly have to do more or be super active. Just be there, and if you're on the same page, then they can make the decisions for you whenever you can't.
I freaked out first time I was mod. I didn't know what it was.
You're a mod on the Thunderboys channel, aren't you?
Yeah, and I had never been a mod. I didn't know what it was. So like, what am I doing? Give me commands. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I need to make a command list.
but for me, if I give a mod to somebody, it's just that I give him a badge that I show that I trust him. He can do whatever he wants with it. If he doesn't want to do anything, I don't care.
Exactly.
If he wants to get away a comment that even I'm fine with, but he's not fine with it, he can do that as well.
If Commando says something, just
no, but I'm saying he can do whatever he wants, he or she. Yeah.
Flighty was there with a little eyebrow twitching. Only male mods.
Yes, my bad English is not my.
No.
So much anger inside. No one's just bringing it all out.
I think if a mod's there, if there's a spoiler in the chat and they're able to just quickly purge it, even if it's not a ban, you know, if it's a purge, that's really, really useful.
In a perfect world, the streamer will never see a bad word in the chat or a spoiler or anything. That's like.
TQ says you just shot yourself in the foot now, Mal.
Yeah. There's gonna be some banning.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna ban CQ.
No,
what?
he's a modern knight.
TQ's modding yours? Ah.
Yeah.
I'm a modding
Somebody's
yours as
gonna
well,
ban
Mel.
anyone.
But I think also, does it look a bit... What do you think when you go into a channel and everybody's a mod there?
I don't see that as a negative. I understand what you mean, but for me, it just looks like it's a tight community.
Yeah.
So, and maybe somebody feels like, oh, it's gonna be hard to join this community, maybe. But
Yeah, kind
if
of gatekeepy.
yeah,
Clicky,
but if
yeah.
everybody is just inclusive, I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
What about you, Ace? What do you... Because you've got some of your mods are in the channel, in the stream right
Oh yeah,
now.
they are. I think all of them are actually.
Oh, yours are well trained. Mine aren't. Mine are loose cannons. What do what do you do? Yes, what do your mods do?
Well.
Fuck all.
I mean, I don't have any plans when I make someone a mod. One of the most important things to me is that they think the same way as me, that they can think for themselves, but make decisions that I would make. Obviously, they can. Like Bellum said, if I find a common fine and they don't, then by all means delete it. And what Melon said perfectly as well is, I shouldn't see any spoilers or any bad comments in the first place, because like if someone is being a dick in the chat, that can really put down the mood of a streamer, and that'll affect the entire stream.
Absolutely.
So I think so yeah, I think just the most important thing is do what you think I would do, or do what you would do. That's what they are mod for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he does it. If someone, I mean, so a little troll in there doesn't really bring me down, but sometimes somebody says something kind of, and they're trying to be really hurtful or rude, and it can bring you. Even if you don't take it to heart, you can still be like, oh, it's kind of, it puts a downer on the chat as well. Especially if everybody then replies to them and comments. It's better to just quickly, purge them and be gone.
And for those who aren't mods that watch regularly, I can't speak today. I'm so tired.
Well, 3 of us have only just woken up, haven't we? That's me, you, Flighty. I got up at 6.
But they can go in defense by writing, and that's also cool when people do that. When they're like, yeah, just chill, or if they say, we don't need that toxic stuff here, just go away. That's also cool, and that's maybe a thing that if I saw that, I would probably make you a mod also.
I'm someone that doesn't give mods out unless I kind of need to now. So if I'm wanting a shout out and there's nobody, there aren't any mods around, then I'll probably just make somebody who I recognise who's been around there a lot. I'll ask them want to be a mod and then put it in. But I'm not somebody like kind of actively adds mods all the time. Although my latest mod Mega Petros is in the chat. With
oh man, that feels like a dangerous move, making him a mod.
The last thing I want for one of my mods is to feel pressured. Like they're still gotta comfortable. They still gotta have fun. They shouldn't like they are a mod for being active, for thinking the same way that I do. I can trust them, but even they also just come for their fun. I don't want to ruin the fun for them, and be like, hey, be a mod and just look out for everyone who could possibly be a douche or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they still gotta have fun. All it means to be a mod is just that they get more permission, and that I trust them. I just give them more power.
Yeah, that's it. There's no pressure there. If you're like, if there's some arsehole in the chat and you're there and maybe you don't notice it or you don't see it, it's not like I don't. There's no pressure there whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but they don't have to look out for any negative comments or stuff like that at all. Just I mean, I just give them more power, and if they can use it, then great.
Yeah, hopefully they don't need to use it.
I always
Exactly.
say, like Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility, and they have to be on watch 24/7.
You have to be there as soon as you
All
load
the
it.
Even when you're offline.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Imperator says, what if your mods live for the bans? All mods do. All mods love the bans. That's what.
Oh man, you're just waiting, just chilling in the
Swing
chat,
the
just
hammer.
hoping somebody starts some shit.
Yeah,
They all have that. They all have that itchy trigger finger.
I love all
Just,
the.
and then when
Especially-
there's like more than one mod in the chat, it's like, all right, I gotta compete with these motherfuckers. Like Mega and I are both we're both mods in this chat. Like, let somebody say some shit. Let them do it.
Or during shoutouts, they want to be the first one to give the shoutout to beat the
Oh,
other
that
one.
was the thing in Ben's stream last night. We were all kind of scrambling to give people shout outs.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, can we have a shout out for this person and this person? And I forget that there's a 1 minute timer because there was a point where I was like, hey, can we get a shout out for somebody? And there'd be 4 mods in the channel, all do it at the same time, and then just the whole chat would be full of check out this streamer, and like, oh, okay, can't. I just had to put a 1 minute timer on it, which is annoying because a 10-second timer would be perfect, but it doesn't allow for it, unfortunately.
I just love the competition between mods every
Yeah.
now and then when they are just like, I will beat you this time. With the shout out.
Brenda says, I can confirm that. The thrill of the ban is real.
Hi,
Yeah.
Brenda.
One of my favorites was, I think it was Baltimore. He's been a mod in my channel for, I don't know, it must be months, well over 6 months. And he only learned how to ban the other day, which is which was great. And then also, I don't know if it was in the same stream or if it was another one. He accidentally managed to clear the entire chat. And
I remember that.
brilliant. Everyone was like, "What happened? What happened?" He was like,
It was like twice in the same stream too, I think. He was kind of feeling his way around, and I think he was like, "Oh, what does this do? That's a cool button."
Because so if you're a mod, please don't do it if you are a mod in my channel right now. But there's a cog in the corner, and I think there's a button where you can press clear my chat or something like that, or clear chat, or I don't know what he did, but he managed to delete the entire chat, and everyone was like, "What's happened?" And I couldn't see that, so I was like, "What has happened? I can't see anything." And
I remember when when I made someone in my streamer mod, Zoe actually, and she was trying out the new options she got, like pressing the cogwheel to see what new options she had and testing out the comments, and I just loved her reaction when she freaked out, thinking that she broke something, and I just couldn't see what was going on. I was like, "What did you press?"
oh, she did it as well. Brilliant. Let's see. Next question. What's the best way to get noticed?
Work
Notice
hard and
me,
be
senpai.
nice.
Wear a low cut top.
Yeah.
Look, Ace has got it right. We're all going for it now.
I can't get out. Hang on.
Gotta get your boobs out.
There we go. I
Yeah.
can't.
Oof.
That was so insecure, Ben.
I'll give you my best shot.
Imperator says, bomb the streamer with bits. I don't. To get noticed in a channel, or do you mean to get noticed as? I think it's as a streamer. As a streamer.
As a streamer, I think is what the question meant.
Depends
Don't
if you-
try,
Yeah.
because if you try, it's gonna be fake.
Yeah. No, that's a good question. A good point. Don't be really obvious about it. Although I know some people really do live for
Right,
the.
like everybody else. If
Really?
you-
Yeah.
We're talking about the cam girl streamers, right? Like the like ones shown cleavage, or are we
No,
talking about that?
how to get noticed? How to?
I was looking at the podcast questions in the thing here. I didn't hear the question, but
But of course, getting a
Yeah.
mustache, give some round glasses and a headband.
beard.
That works.
just
That separates you.
Yeah.
I have.
get the biggest beard and sell
part.
it.
I'm gonna go ahead and field the cam girl question. If that's all right with everybody.
Yeah,
I am
go for it.
actually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I am actually a sex worker as well, and I do actual cam work as a cam girl on
And
sex
work.
websites. And the thing is that if you want to police how people operate their stream, don't go to their stream. Long and short. Like if it annoys you that somebody has a low cut top, don't fucking bother them. Go somewhere else. Don't
Yeah.
Like, because I think I've seen maybe like 5 total. And I honestly think the cam girl streamer thing is kind of this like straw man that people like to bring up when they want to kind of be a smartass about. I don't know. I don't even know what the conflict is. Like, if you don't like seeing low cut tops, if you don't like seeing people show off their bodies, then go somewhere else.
Don't you think
Not-
it's a lot of jealousy? Because it seems like a lot of men are really.
What about it?
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
many girls upset at.
So that's kind of
streamers.
weird. Because
Yeah,
men most of the time likes to look at that.
I
mean,
I think it might have something to do with like. Yeah, I think, Melon, thinking about it, jealousy is actually probably a really good word because I guess they feel like something is being taken away from their channel because people like go to these other channels that I've only seen about 5 of in my entire time on Twitch. But the thing is, I think a lot of people don't realize is that like viewership isn't a finite resource. Time is, but viewership isn't. Like, I don't know if anybody else does this, I bet they do, where you have, if you're not streaming, you have at least 5 or 6 other tabs open where you like switch between other people's streams to support them.
Yeah.
So I think they're just assholes who are against those.
I think the best way to phrase it is live and let live. Like, don't bother them and they won't bother you. Just let them do your thing and you do your own thing.
And also,
I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, if there's what people refer to as cam, like the booby streamers, like if there's a few thirsty old men watching those streams, they're not going to be like, I'm gonna stop this stream because this person's not streaming. I'm now gonna go switch over and watch Derek from Wisconsin play Dark Souls 2. No, I'm not gonna go and. I'm not going to do that. The people that they're attracting are probably different from the people that you would attract. So it's not like they're taking people's views away, even if they were.
I attract the same people.
Well, we all go for that mustache.
It's all about the mustache. We're not even going to delude ourselves.
W9 in the chat says, one of my good friends is a streamer, and when she doesn't always dress conservatively when she streams, and if she's happy with the way her stream is, and the chat should be as well. Exactly. Yeah, I know male streamers like that as well.
Here.
I know some male streamers that just whip off their shirts at the kind of near the end of the stream. I'll send you the link of Flighty later.
You know, we can always get a little one-on-one going.
If you've got it,
20 pounds
feel
a minute.
free to flaunt it. If you don't, just do it anyway. Why not?
Yeah.
Dude says, my question was not. Oh, well, not to be negative to cam girls. I just want to see other people. Oh no. I didn't see your question actually, Pewd. What was? Was that? Did you ask the question? I don't even.
Oh, in the podcast channel.
Oh, is that what we was talking about? Gotcha.
Nobody got offended, by the way.
No, good question. Very good question. I thought that would come up actually, and I didn't. I thought it would come up quite quickly as like a topic to discuss. All right. Improv says, I've been trying to get Ace to flash. Biddies for titties. Brilliant.
Ace. Expectations are high now. I'm looking straight at your webcam. I don't care about anything else happening on my screen.
For sure.
It's all about the chase, Flighty. All about the chase.
It really is though. Like once the shirt comes off, I'm going to a cam girls Twitch stream.
Hard to catch.
Brilliant. Okay, next question. What should people prioritize? This is a good one. Green screen, audio, camera, or gameplay? What order would you put that in?
Audio.
Yeah, definitely the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Audio, absolutely. Because that gets, if you have bad audio, it gets really annoying really quickly.
Yeah. Like, luckily, Flighty's Discord seems to have caught up now.
Oh, has it? Okay. Do I still sound like a robot?
Not as much as you did at the beginning.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay. I think it might have something to do with like us being on different Discord servers. Because I'm probably on the North American one, and
yeah,
y'all are, over there.
That's true. Maybe we should do it through GoToMeeting in future. I normally put it on here just so that on Discord, if people want to join in, they can do. Which is true, guys. Right. If you go into the waiting room on Discord, if you want to say something, or you've got a question or anything you want to talk about, feel free to just sit in the waiting room. It's muted anyway, so you don't need to talk to anybody if there's anyone else in there. And feel free to come in. Yeah, audio definitely. They did the Twitch subreddit did a poll recently, and they were asking people who watch streams like what they would only watch or like what they expect from a stream, and like voice was pretty much like 95%. I can't remember the exact what they were. Sorry, they got fucking elephants living above me. Just all they do is run around. How much do you get in prison for strangling children?
Depends
Not
on
that
how
much.
old they are. It depends on how close to adulthood they are. If you strangle a 17-year-old, like they could easily fight you off.
I know these are like
Because
2
they're
and 3, I
fine.
think. But
Oh.
they've got a scooter, and they think that ride a scooter around in a house with
Oh,
wooden
God.
floors. That's brilliant. That's not going to really annoy the people below.
See, your problem, Ben, is that you don't have a good intimidation face. You have a good intimidation body because you're like 8 feet tall.
And 8
You
feet
just have to
wide.
like go up there, knock on the door with your little, disappointed English grandma face.
I just looked down and like, boy,
Yeah, boy.
Boy.
like Kratos. Just go walk up to them like, boy.
I think they're all
Yes, yes.
flat-footed as well, because I hear them walking down the stairs and they just boom, 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 like down in the hallway, and it's like, how can a 3 or 4-year-old or however old they are like have such heavy feet? Oh, anyway, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just it's ridiculous. What was I talking about? Like, I've totally forgotten now.
Talking about murdering children.
Oh yeah, audio. Make sure you've got a mic, and also camera. I think it was like 75% of people like to see the person. I know I'm someone like
But
that.
it really
it's-
doesn't matter what kind of camera you have.
No.
apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
People just want to see your silhouette.
I definitely prefer seeing a face when I talk to someone, but I mean, most of the time people lurk, so just doing other stuff while watching or listening to a stream. So I will definitely say just focus on audio, and
I would say then like just
What
Like,
was
make-
the list?
it was webcam, audio, camera, gameplay, and green screen. I just think get a mic and a cam. Cams
Yeah.
you can get for €20, maybe even
Yeah.
less.
I feel like green screens are totally superfluous. Like
Yeah, you really don't need that.
the only reason I have a green screen is because my husband was like, I hear streamers use these here, and we got it for like $12 on Amazon or something like that. So like that's the only reason I have one. I have like a half broken shelf in the closet that's behind the green screen. I was ready to just let that go and see how long it took on stream for the shelf to like fall on the floor. I was ready to do, shelf countdown 2018, but then, the green screen came.
Sweepstakes, even. Is it still up there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, no,
It kind of
mine's
sags a little bit every day though, so I think we're coming up, a few months, and we'll hear a crashing sound behind me one day.
I love my green screen. I've just got like a flat wall at the back, so I can just put a green screen up, and it's great. It's lighting it that's the biggest problem. The green screen.
It's the hardest part.
Melon you went over to your friends to get some wood, didn't you? To
Then I
build yours.
build the frame, and then
Oh.
He's a real Norwegian. He built his green screen himself with wood and
solid wood.
cutting the trees.
yeah. You could kill someone with
With
that
the
green
axe
screen.
that he made himself.
Hunt deer to get
And it's green blood from the goblins.
Mega says that some of the biggest streamers like Lyric doesn't even have a cam. They've had I think it's a lot harder to get noticed if you don't have one, but you can. I mean, Rosie Rabbit was the very first person I followed who didn't have a cam.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't have it for ages, and then she said she was waiting for a green screen because she said her husband walks around naked. So she was like, her husband, so she had to put a green screen so there wouldn't be any accidental bollocks on stream, because you don't get banned for that nowadays.
The reason I have it is because I don't want to tidy my room all the time.
Oh, that's the best reason right there, though.
That's the reason why I got rid of Atticam, because at the moment, if it was pointing at the dog basket, you'd see all the mess around it, and it was just embarrassing.
I showed a picture of my Twitch workplace the other day, and I didn't actually I've been looking at these bottles and coffee cups for so long that I didn't see it in the picture until somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh well.
I've got
Now people are onto me.
multi-use spray here. I don't even know what this is for. It's because there was something on the floor and I wiped it and it was yellow, and I was like, oh god, the dog's pissed on the floor. But it was just me spilling beer last night. So Atagod, it might have been. Well, yeah, he was below where the beer was, so it must be that. Someone says there could be a group orgy behind Melon, and we'd never know.
Oh,
Usually
sorry, go ahead.
It usually is.
That's all I've ever wanted, was to see a Norwegian orgy. I'm gonna have to come and visit you real soon.
Oh, it's everywhere. God.
But before we move on, I kind of want to ask everyone's opinions on. So every now and again, Rosie will stream, but she won't have her face on, so she'll put up a little like moving avatar.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about that as like a substitute for having?
It's a really
for, like,
cool
being-
substitute.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, because
It's-
there are so many options for those little avatars, like Dagon Mar has like
Yeah.
anthro. He says he's not a furry, but
He's
I'm
a
not entirely
furry.
convinced.
Yeah.
Because it's like a husky dog with like a jacket, and it like talks when he talks, and
He's a
people get
furry.
activated in the chat and stuff. And I don't know if viewers are like put off by that, if they actually want to like see the person
I
behind
think
it.
I mean, it's fine for me. I think it's the next best thing if you can't get your face on, or as maybe as something different. I really like it when they do it and they put a personality behind it.
Sure, yeah.
There's a guy called The One Manny. I don't know if you've ever seen him. The One
Lincoln.
Manny. He plays it's really strange. I've followed him for quite a while, and his streams are just hilarious. Absolutely, it's a work of art, like how he does them. But then just recently, he's been doing it with his normal face, and I just was like, "Whoa, okay, wow, that voice is like he's still got the voice of this dog, but like he's just got these little catchphrases that come out, and he screams and shouts as this dog. But it's really, really cleverly animated. And I love it. Like every time he kills someone in CS:GO, he's like gameplay. Just really, really. He's got a fantastic, really good like persona, and it worked for him. And when I actually saw his real face, I was like, oh, I want the dog back on now.
So it's like the dog is voicing the person, not the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, if I did one, I don't know. I'm getting a soundboard soon and a new mic, so it might be cool to try one out, but like adjust the sound volume, or just adjust it so I'm like a squeaky high pitched voice or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It could be funny, like like Dagon does for 5 minutes or so.
Jesus
could work.
Christ. Just get a helium balloon.
Oh, I prefer to
That's
spend
a little bit
I prefer to
for-
spend €300 on a sound mixing board. That sounds much better.
Just get a big
Kinda
old,
When you're a streamer, you get addicted to buying stuff because you're like, oh, could
That is a true fact, though. Like looking wistfully at these products and stuff, like, oh, that'll make me a better streamer. That'll get me more viewers. It's not true. It's all about your personality, I promise, or your mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I only have that.
If you can't have a personality, at least have a baller mustache.
Yeah. I found that out the hard way.
I mean, beards are just as nice. I've seen some people with a nice big beard, dude.
Yeah, just
Yeah, got one of mine.
get your facial hair situation going. That's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. Good luck, Lupaletti.
Yeah, good luck. I can see it's coming on. But gameplay should be no gameplay. Don't worry about that.
It can, but it's not the
Yeah,
critical
gameplay.
part.
No, I mean gameplay maybe
But,
gets
like,
you
let's
noticed.
rank this. It's first it's sound,
Sound,
then-
yeah, definitely get a mic in first.
and then maybe cam gameplay, and then green screen.
Yeah, I was thinking as well.
Or gameplay first, maybe.
Yeah, if you don't have any gameplay, then it's gonna be a pretty boring stream.
Yeah, but I guess he means good gameplay.
Yeah, I would say as well that with gameplay, make it good quality that you can see. Like I was playing a driving game when I was in my old apartment, and I was streaming at 4,000 kilobytes per second, and it was really like blocky every time I was going fast. So I'd really that wasn't working at all. And in fact, I just stopped streaming that game. But now now I can upload at 6,000, and I do it at 60 FPS, 1080, and there's no like blocking or anything like that when I'm playing a fast game. That can. Yeah, I think really, yeah, if you've got a stream where the quality is really poor of the actual, the stream quality is poor, then that's going to cause loads of problems. I just turn off. I don't even watch streams like that.
I think it might come down to reducing the viewer's frustration with your stream. Because you can get really frustrated with shitty sound, like if your sound keeps, kind of blanking out, or if like you have a whole bunch of frame drops and you're like expecting to see something but you don't see that thing, and that like builds up the viewer's frustration. I think that's why a lot of one of my boyfriends the other day was like, Jack, you are a horrible game player, but I think the reason I keep coming to your stream is because your personality is so sparkling. And I was like, that was a weird backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
But I think I think that's really what it comes down to is having a like at least a positive personality reduces people's frustration, and I think that's kind of the main thing that you need to monitor with your viewers.
If I would put in order what is what I personally think is the order of things you should focus on is audio, then gameplay, then camera, and everything else comes second or comes after.
I would also say with the gameplay stuff that because most of the time you won't get encoding. So
I think
for
encoding is
me at
definitely
least, it's much better, and also for the viewer to have like 720p.
Yeah.
And never go up to 60 FPS, only 30, because it's going to be so hard for many people to just watch the stream if you have 1080 and 60 FPS and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm lucky when I go live. Like I nearly always get transcoding. The only time I don't is on a Sunday. Is actually when we used to do the podcast at like really late. Like that's one of the reasons why I now start when I'm not hungover. I start the stream quite a bit earlier and then go into the podcast a bit later.
What's funny about
I thought
I have a very great friend in Rome.
I thought I turned my alerts off, but Pew, the Archer just subbed. Thank you so much. People listening on the podcast on iTunes or wherever is going to be like, wait, what? Is that Monty Python? Thank you so much, Pew. That's super kind. I've lost my train of thought now.
I think we were talking about strangling children.
Oh God! Oh, my favorite topic. That's the thing is, I think when you're talking about it, is something I'm really guilty of sometimes. If something really frustrates me, I'll mention it. But I think a lot of the people that watch like they don't share that frustration. So you don't like if I'm having real trouble with or something's really annoying me, like children upstairs. I should say it like in a sarcastic way rather than going fuck oh my God, oh there's kids shouting up there, because people go there, kind of watch your streams to chill away from the stresses of the day. So
not to intertwine with yours.
Yeah, not me going fucking hell, children, I want to strangle them.
I have mixed feelings about that, honestly. I like seeing who
angry people
are.
Okay. People losing their shit.
That's why I hang out with y'all, honestly. I like seeing people 100% being themselves. People who have personas like Markiplier. Both of my stepkids love Markiplier, but he has this like horribly manufactured, like you don't know who he is behind the camera.
Markiplier.
I don't want to say it again. It's horrible.
He's like he was a friend of PewDiePie or something, wasn't he?
Oh, is he a racist?
I don't know if he. I mean, he hangs out with
You're
racists,
a racist
basically.
Am I?
You said the name.
Oh, damn it!
It's like Beetlejuice. You can't. Don't say it 3 times, or you will be a racist.
Oh God. But yeah,
I don't like manufactured, I guess, personalities. I like to see who people actually are. And if you're like, if you're a little irritated with like, your dog shitting on the floor and you feel like you need to comment on it, like,
that makes it funny to be honest. People just
find
that amusing.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta go clean some shit up off the floor, and then people will understand, like, okay, this person needs to be away from the camera for 5 minutes, and they won't just like leave your stream because it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
But don't beat don't beat your dog on stream though.
Exactly, like don't be a dick about it. Just be relatable about it.
Yeah. Pewd says, just make it clear, my name is nothing to do with PewDiePie. Okay, that's true.
Sure.
I was thinking actually.
What's it about, I wonder? Okay, next question. How would you grow your channel? I think it's hard to say, but I would, when it comes to like, how would you grow your channel? Don't be desperate to do it, because it's really obvious.
Yeah, time will tell.
Yeah, if you get 1 follower a week, you get 1 follower a week. Just, it's fine. Don't set yourself targets and things. I think is the best.
Yeah, that gets really disappointing.
What I do seeing some people, which is a shame, is that they focus on growing instead of having fun. Like,
right.
Like you shouldn't stream just to get success or anything like that. You gotta stream because you want to have fun, because you love what you're doing. If it's gonna get you down every day that you didn't get a follower, or that stuff goes wrong, or that things are slow, just don't pay attention to it. Just have fun.
You okay, Flighty?
Sorry, I just saw
Just saw the clip.
Dub posted that clip there.
But no, I agree with you, Ace. Like, don't get worked up. In fact, actually, please don't follow me, people, because I promised every 1,000 followers I give away a game, and it's going to cost me so much money. Because the last person when I gave a game away last time at 1,000 followers, so yeah, months and months ago, Rosie won. She hasn't claimed a prize, and I just know she'll claim that prize the second I give away another game, and I'm going to be blooming skint when I get to 2,000. If I get to 2,000. But yeah, just have fun. If you have fun, a great time, people will come. And if they don't, they don't,
Exactly,
chill.
yeah.
Sarge says I'm a whore. Thanks, Sarge. Yeah, I am. All for
Hi,
followers.
Chase. Yes, it is Flighty Broad.
Is that Fighty
AKA
Broad?
Fighty Bread.
Yeah, Fighty Bread's your name on... was that
Or
on...
friend.
Why is
Oh,
our names inverted on the stream?
Because we've inverted the camera for Ace. Is that your good side, Ace?
Who's we?
I absolutely hate looking at my mirrored face. It's just it keeps making me look at the webcam, going like I don't even know. It frustrates me so much.
I should have put like the names in front like we do for the normal podcast, but I couldn't really. I didn't have time to make them.
Now I feel guilty.
Shouldn't be arsed is what that actually is about.
That was as well. Okay, next question.
Can I just answer the last one also?
Oh yeah, I'll let you.
Thank you. No, but I just mean like there's 2 different ways. It's like getting to know other streamers and like to join their community and all of that. And there's 2 ways of doing that. It's some people are clearly just doing that to get something out of it.
Yeah.
Leeches.
Yeah.
They come in for 1 minute and then gonna stream now. Bye.
People are like genuine, and people are gonna catch it if you're genuine, and that's a really good way to grow your stream.
Related to that, actually, Sarge in the chat, he's got to go. See you, Sarge. And I've always wanted to stream. I've wanted to stream for years, but I've never had the internet or a computer to actually do it. But when I knew I was going to get a computer last, not this January just gone, but the one before, I was like, oh well, I'm going to really check out and get some ideas and learn things. And through that, I actually really got into other people's communities just by watching them and realizing like why people love Twitch, and it's because of the communities. And Sarge's son, Fluffy Cheeseburger, who has been streaming for a bit, but I used to watch his religiously watch his stream every single time he was on, and getting to know him and the people through there. That's the best way I think to grow your stream, is to just get into other people's communities.
Be nice and don't promote yourself on other stream.
Yeah, don't see your stream
Absolutely.
unless they ask.
Yeah, like if people like you, they'll find you.
Yeah,
Definitely. Like some people keep going in other streams, just talking about the followers or the milestones or everything like that. Just it's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Just trying to make if there are any unusual questions. When do you invest your money in your stream, and in what?
Ooh.
Drugs.
Gets those streams.
Wait.
Entertainment.
Energy.
Just hire a clown for in the background.
They're
or
just behind this green screen. Mountains of coke. Just mountains of it.
Oh, man.
It's Colombia behind it.
Is that against Twitch's TOS?
Yeah, I do not. I do not agree with anything that is being currently said.
Ben's not in charge of my coke stash, okay, Twitch. The only drugs that I use on stream, honestly, are caffeine, the biggest one.
Oh my god, yeah, me too. Too much.
Alcohol. What were we talking about? Investing money. Games.
I got a game and I bought a screen.
Yeah, because you
like
monitor.
And improving the quality of your equipment.
Yeah,
so like the list that we came up with earlier, just improve those things in that order, roughly, I would say.
Yeah.
The first thing I bought was a cam and then a microphone. That's I did it the wrong way.
I think you gotta focus on the base. I mean, if you're gonna stream games, then just make sure you have games and that you have good quality, and then voice and everything that comes after that in the order that we talked about earlier.
No, I agree, and Twitch, when they do their payouts, it goes to PayPal, and I don't withdraw that money. I just keep it in my PayPal, and I buy games from Instant Gaming, which is the link down there if you want to go and use me as an affiliate. But you can pay with PayPal from them, so I just buy my games, like any games any money I get from Twitch, I put it straight. I put it straight back into games, and I end up spending loads more as well.
I mean, you can also invest in a cat.
Yeah.
or a dog like that.
That's actually funny you should say that. So with Streamlabs, you can put up donation goals. One of the very first community goals that I put up was for a cat cam.
Oh, it's so cat.
Because I have my stream mascot Grendel. Because he would I even have like a chat command that's like Cat Jack whenever he shows up on stream.
Cat Jack.
So I just asked.
Sounds different. That's a different command.
Because it's a cat, and my name is Jack, Ben.
That's true. Yeah.
Ben. But like I asked my viewers, like, do y'all want to see more of the cat? Like, and then do y'all actually come here for the cat and not me? The answer is yes. They didn't want to answer truthfully, but the answer is always yes. So I put up a little like donation meter, and we, the community donated for it, and now I have cat cam, and I've been getting more viewers lately because of it. So
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I wonder why.
It's a simple Twitch formula. If they don't like your face, they will like your pets.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get your cat on stream before you can get on stream, do that.
Just put your pet in your seat, even if it's just a hamster. I'll guarantee it follow.
Oh man.
But to answer the question, I can't really answer it either because I think I made like 1% of what I've used.
Yeah.
On the stream, so yeah.
I
don't know what you use it on, because
it's like $4 or so.
I'm on a million minus.
Yeah. There's streamers very it's very rare to find a streamer that actually makes money, but all the money that they get from it goes into like anything you could get from Twitch just goes straight back into people's streams. Or I'll get a payout and end up spending twice on double it on a monitor or something like that. I kind of want a third monitor, but I don't know if I need it.
A poop monitor.
Sorry?
A poop monitor?
A poop one, as Melum says. He's
a third one?
For the dog or for you?
The dog. No, the dog can see actually from where he's sitting. But a third monitor would be useful for maybe OBS. I don't know. I don't need one, but I kind of want one. Now I'm saving up for a new mic now. Could do with a second stream deck as well. It's always something.
Jeez.
So Imp in the chat says, Ace, tell them about donation goals.
No, I can't.
Because you've got a donation goal for, is it the new Tomb Raider?
Do you really want me to talk about what happened?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm interested now.
No, I'm intrigued.
I'm embarrassed. I want to see you be embarrassed.
Let me put it this way: I haven't been. I've only had two donation goals so far, and I haven't been able to keep them up for longer than 2 hours. And
Oh.
I think when was it? Was yesterday or 2 days? 2 days ago, I think. I put up a donation goal for Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, in September, and the goal was just 60 euros, and it got really out of hand. Let's just say that it ended up being 500% of what.
That's awesome.
And-
Though.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had tears in my eyes before, after, during.
That's amazing. You can buy like every Tomb Raider game ever released now.
Ever, yes. Get that Tomb Raider bundle.
I should get a donation button.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Donate to Mellum's
it's-
mustache grooming
Yeah.
regimen.
Nah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful. It's not what I expected when I started streaming, and it's just so much more than I could ever ask or wish for.
Oh.
So
Are you gonna get the special edition version now?
I got the what's it called? I think the artifact version. You get a T-shirt and a little statue.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of just a little more.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But
Oh, brilliant.
it's so great. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, Brenda says, he's shook. She's gotta pick up her jaw from the floor.
Shook.
See,
Next.
I know the formula there. People donate to see you smile because you got a great girl going on there. I think that's what happened there.
Thank you. Right after the donation goal was reached, the other person who donated after that put his comment for those tears, because I had tears in my eyes after reaching the goal in
Aw.
like 2 hours.
That's really
And
sweet.
And then everything went downhill from there for their wallets.
Oh.
It just makes me so happy. My cheeks hurt from smiling. They still do now.
I bet, yeah. It feels really great to know that your community is like behind you like that, you know? Like
Yeah, it's the best feeling.
You have to
I'm truly
100%
blessed
that
with
now. Yeah, I've never had a donation goal on mine. Have you, Mellum? No, do you have a
I
donation
don't know
button on
what
yours?
it is. What is it?
Oh, it's like a percent, like a gold for a donation.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I think he had like 60 euro. It shows up on like a percent how far or how close you are to, like, how many donations you've had that, to get this game or to get something. It'd be like
That's cool.
20%, 30% or something. I never had one on there. I don't know if I would, or if I don't really. I don't mind. I don't know if I ever would. Maybe if it's something really cool I was wanting. But
right now I have one up on my channel because some random asshole came up in my chat and said that my gaming chair looks like 2 suitcases with a towel draped over it.
That's actually very creative.
I
It is,
can't
isn't
remember who that asshole was though.
I can't imagine.
I wouldn't know if I wouldn't know if I could be angry at someone.
Was it me, Flighty?
Yeah,
Oh, it was me.
You made fun of my chair on your stream, and then you came in to my stream a couple of hours later, and you made fun of the chair in my house.
I don't remember. I came into your house and insulted you. I don't even remember
Such a
saying that.
snob, man.
I know.
Such a snob.
Cut us with our, but yeah, Mellum, just move to your left a little bit. And you Ace as well, just and Flighty, can we see yours?
I actually got lots of compliments
can't-
that
I'm not-
my
Very nice.
I got
You
I
hear
got
the
lots of
noises
compliments.
it's making? Like, this thing is gonna fall and like collapse at any point.
Oh,
I'm
so
also sitting on a piece of foam right now that is literally this big.
Oh, to make you look taller.
Because I can't make it like raise or lower any farther.
I think, yeah, Flighty definitely needs a new gaming chair. We'd ask if we can recommend a good one.
I got lots of compliments that my headset matches with my chair, and after I didn't even notice. I just got the headset separately from the chair separately from the headset, and it's just so
I'm gonna get an
satisfying
orange headset.
every time.
I just realized that mine does as well. I've got a red headset and a red chair.
It's so satisfying if you look at it.
Yeah.
Look at y'all with your fancy headrests too. I can't even like rest my head.
Oh, I'm matching too.
Get a bigger suitcase.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those big fancy $400 suitcases.
Yeah.
Yeah, flight is
rolling in it.
flight is gaming chair matches a cardigan.
But about the
Oh.
donation goal, I just have it because I'm an engineering student, and I just don't have any time to work, or like I'm so behind on school. So
Flight is just a hipster. You know, you rock that suitcase.
Purple hair. I play the ukulele. I sit
you
on a
do?
couple of suitcases. I do, yes.
Do you have multicolored tights as well?
I have so many. Like one pair of tights? No, like maybe I'll do a that flighty broads like cribs episode.
Oh, I want to see
And show
that.
y'all around.
Would you show the dungeon?
Is that against the TOS? I totally would.
And apparently you can your clothing should be appropriate of what like the clothing thing now. Probably no nudity, but you can wear whatever you want. What would be appropriate in where you're streaming from? So that could be interesting.
Oh, okay.
If you're doing like
I-
an IRL from the beach, you can wear beachwear.
I remember early on when they were kind of trying to police what people wear. They were saying like no low cut tops.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, it gets seriously 90 degrees Fahrenheit up in my studio in the summer. You're lucky I'm going to be wearing anything at all.
Oh,
So
that's a lot
I
forward to.
might even do just like this perspective with my camera during the summertime because it's too hot. It's too
Then you,
hot.
and then you forget and just get up and get a drink.
And then and
We see we see it all. I always feel like some people when they they don't shut their streams off before they leave. I've seen a few people do that before, and you just think, oh my god, I hope they don't do anything embarrassing on there. While they're
and then you stay and watch.
yeah.
Creeper.
But as the question said, like what good gaming chair can I recommend? I really recommend this is GT Omega Racing. It's I think it's the DTX racers are the really super expensive ones that all like the pro gamers get given. And but this one's about 100 and something euros it cost me, but it's really, really good. I did a 24-hour stream on this and didn't get achy. Just got sweaty balls.
Oh, I can barely do a 4-hour stream without like my lower back collapsing in on itself with my chair.
Nice-ro.
Yeah, next question. We'll go to ones in the Discord now. Oh, we're getting a raid. We're getting a raid from Project Ruby.
Oh
A
What?
booty bounce.
Raiders?
A booty, yeah, we need to put the
Booty
shit!
bounce?
See, bounce. I like this.
Oh my
I like
gosh,
where
I
this is
love
going.
these icons.
booty bounce. I love it when I do a raid and I use womb raiders. Although Melon refuses to write that.
It sounds like you're saying, it sounds like rape.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, maybe I won't do that.
Dang.
Melon bringing the chat down. Jeez.
Right. Jeez.
Okay, what should we call
I
it?
was thinking it was just some kind of
Ben.
fetish that Ben had, and I was like, well, I don't kink shame on my channel, so okay.
No, yeah.
Whatever,
but-
whatever you like, Ben.
Well, if your kink is rape, then I think we should shame that.
Yeah. Let's shame that.
Sly says, I know you, Biggus. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But thanks so much for that raid. Can we get a shout out for
Oh my gosh.
If you
Project
can see
Ruby.
the shout out.
Yeah, people, if you're watching this if you listen to this on iTunes, then you probably do be like, what is going on? Go and check out youtube.com/BiggusBennus and you'll see everything that's happening.
You'll see all of our faces.
We're gonna go into the Discord for some of the questions. Malk asks,
Milk.
he says, where is it? How do I grow my member? That was for Flighty.
You watch my channel, baby.
Brilliant.
Or I could come visit you in Spain. Either way.
Oh yeah, Mark, very close.
I would just say you're on the wrong website, buddy.
yeah, not on Twitch. What how? Okay, what made you want to? I think we did that one last time. Actually, what made you want to stream in the first place? How do you start your streaming channels? Well, like this was actually yours, wasn't it, Ace? Do you mean like how do you start your stream or start the? Well, you said start your channel.
Like your base setup when you stream. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys because, like, how did you guys such a channel? What did you guys start with?
I just stole Ben's stream.
Yeah, Melon just invaded mine.
Hijack.
I just hijacked him and I said, "Can I plug?" And he let me. And then I got a webcam and I had the microphone on the headset. That's it.
Yeah, how did we start, man? Did we just
I asked you for a game.
Let's please tell us about the romance of the
I don't even
century.
remember. Oh,
and
God,
he had a
tell us the
rose, and then
bromance.
I got down on my knees, and
Yeah, I was like, yes, you can do it. But yeah, did we just have a game of PUBG? Maybe we played.
You played PUBG.
They
and
were the
you
days.
Didn't play that well, so you asked.
Doesn't sound like me, Melon.
So you asked if anybody wanted to join because you thought it was a bit boring.
Yeah, just dying straight away. Yeah. Then you carried me to some wins.
And then I joined, and then I just talked really weird English, so you laughed at me, and I laughed.
Oh man,
everything just grew from there.
y'all are basically an old married couple at this point.
Yeah.
That's love right off the bat.
And it still took. How many months did it take us, Mel, to get our first duo win? It took absolutely.
That took a long. I think it took like 3 months or something.
Was it?
2 months, maybe?
I think it might have been on the 24-hour stream that we got our first ever duo victory, and we ended up getting like 2 or 3. We've had Flighty. We got a trio victory, didn't we, with you?
I got my very first chicken dinner because Mellum carried me.
Yeah, he carried me
he
as
carried
well.
the whole team actually.
Flighty and I, we were just dead at the end. We were like just chilling, and Mellum, in like 16 hours in or something, and Mellum's managing to kill like pretty much everyone he sees.
He was a beast.
It's just luck. It's just luck.
Brilliant.
That's how I started. And then you said you should stream when I'm not streaming, and I did that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm actually now changing it so that Monday, Wednesday, Fridays I do a single player game, which looks like it could be Zelda Wind Waker, which kind of looks interesting. But like the other times, the Tuesday, Thursday, and at the weekend, I'm going to do like loads of multiplayer games. So, and Mellum is always welcome to join. If I stream on my own, it's always fine. But I always prefer streaming with Mellum because that makes it a lot easier to talk to if you've got someone there to chat to.
To the first question, that how do you keep talking when nobody's watching? Stream with somebody.
Yes, that really helps.
Just hijack someone.
Just go to somebody else's stream and just be like, yeah, let's do something together, and then just take that shit over.
Yeah. Very quickly, Glenarini's in the chat, who was on yesterday.
What's up, Glenn?
It's his birthday.
Glenn, what the hell? Happy birthday, dude.
Glenarini, should we all sing happy birthday?
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
Woo.
Yay! It's so not.
You carried us, yes.
Yeah.
It's so not in sync when we sing together in Discord. So just thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Mellum and I, we were singing happy birthday to, I think it was JP.
Slower.
Because there's a slight delay, I thought Mellum was going slower than me, so I was slowing down a bit, and then he was hearing me and slowing down, so we were just going happy birthday. It was a mess. It was a total mess.
Oh.
Brilliant.
I love it.
So Glenn, for his birthday, has been working. Where?
Oh, come on, dude. Just call him 6.
Working or working?
Well, working still counts as a job. Those poles don't grease themselves.
Ooh.
Grease. No, that
grease
sounds
my
wrong.
pole any day.
Wiggling.
It's Prism! Yay!
All right. I'm just thinking if we've got any other questions that are maybe. How do I grow my own food? Asked JP. I think he's mistaking this for grow play. Oh, Twitch grow.
Wait, food? Or are we talking about like grow up or like tomatoes?
Is this Stardew Valley?
Yeah, maybe he's asking about the Stardew Valley. I don't know. JP, how do you grow your own food?
There was another, hang on. There was a really good one by Brenda. How do you stop being self-conscious about your mannerisms and seeing yourself?
Oh, did I not see that one?
Well,
yes.
I feel like I'm not terribly equipped because I'm an exhibitionist, so I like kind of showing out.
I would say, and I can actually give an analogy, but I would say face your fears. I mean, I'm gonna start with my very cheesy analogy.
Yay.
If you see two red eyes in the dark, you can be scared, or if you walk up to it, you can see it's a little bunny. So I would say
Aww, little death bunny,
little
so that your
killer
death
bunny.
will be adorable.
A bunny with a gun.
He just wants to take your wallet. He doesn't want to kill you.
I'm gonna cuddle it to death.
I'm one of those people that does. Oh, by the way, Flighty, go to the NSFW Discord.
Oh, okay.
What was the question again?
What? How about feeling?
How do you stop being self-conscious about your mannerisms and seeing yourself?
Oh,
Mega.
you just can't care.
Yeah, I'm really bad at like people say, oh, you should watch your streams. Always go back and watch it, and don't just watch a bit of your stream. Watch all of your stream, and then you can learn how to improve. But I can't watch my own streams. I only watch the clips because when people clip, people clip like the funny bits, and that's what I put to like when I make the when I make one of the highlights videos, which I'm gonna do probably tonight actually, because tomorrow I don't stream till after midnight. So yeah, that'll technically be May. But I only watch the clips, and 90% of the clips are laughing at Mellum, so it's fine. Like I don't really hear me speaking. Laughing with
My
Mellum.
fear at the beginning was, of course, speaking English.
Yeah.
I'm not on top with the language. So, but for me, it's I just laugh at myself, and it's all good.
Yeah, that's why I really go on with Mellum, is that we just laugh at each other and laugh at ourselves and don't take it seriously.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't give any fucks. I mean, the way I saw it, I mean, I think everyone has their own voice if they look back at the streams or clips or just hear themselves. But the way I went about it is I have friends in real life. They hear my voice every day and they still like me. And so, same thing on Twitch. Every person comes in your stream, consider them your friend or someone you meet in real life. But if it's you being self-conscious about yourself, then I would just say just try to face it and just know that it's all right. That there's nothing wrong. Every friend you have, every person close to you, they love your voice, they love who you are, they love how you look. Trust in them. Just know that everything is okay.
I would say something that you should like come up with a formula for yourself if you're nervous about public speaking. I know people there are some people out there who have a legit fear of talking in front of people.
Yeah.
Something that you could do is like literally narrate everything that you're doing. Narrate your thought processes. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then, oh, look at this scenery. This is really cool scenery. And like, tell us what you know about the game, or like where you hope the game is going to go. Like keep it like factual and objective, and then you can kind of grow out from there. Like pay attention to your chat, answer questions in your chat, ask people how they're doing, kind of act like you're on a first date. Basically, just like ask people how they're doing, answer the questions that they ask you, tell them how nice their teeth are. I don't know. I don't know how first dates work.
You have wonderful teeth.
Just walk up to someone and be like, I like your eyebrows.
Yeah. Got really nice eyebrow. Yeah.
Like open their mouth and be like, "Oh yeah, your teeth are great." Like
Yeah.
that's how first dates go, right?
Could eat an apple through a letterbox.
Been on many second dates, bro?
No, never. Like faux pas right there.
She doesn't do dates. She just invites them into her house. That's
You
how they
just
like.
you come on in, and if we don't get married after that first date, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Brilliant.
that's how Mr. Flighty came along.
Brenda says this is so precious and wholesome. I don't know if she's been listening to all of this podcast. We've had some.
I think she was talking about Ace and his sincerity, and then the rest of us came in and fucked that shit up.
Sorry.
Oh, poor Ace. So
You guys
innocent.
bring the humor. You guys give what I'm lacking.
Yeah. You bring innocence to this stream, which it's never had.
We need it.
But yeah,
I just distance myself. I pretend it's nobody there.
yeah.
Just like on a first date.
It's just when people are talking in chat. No, it's just Robert. Thing. Just talk back.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm speaking in front of people at all. I get more nervous when I speak to people, like in Discord. If I'm playing a game and somebody's like, "Hey, and can I join?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." If it's somebody I don't know, and then they come into Discord, I'm like, "Oh, somebody I've not spoken to before." Yeah, there might be.
You're
20
gonna have to answer stuff, right?
Yeah, and you have to speak to them, and like I didn't know anything about them, or
Yeah, when I was doing some Fortnite on my stream, people asked if they could play with me, and I knew there was no way around having to invite them into a voice call. Like I couldn't make up any excuse, but when I actually started talking with them, it was actually pretty nice. I got used to it.
It always
very quick.
is.
Yeah, it's just so much more
It's just
scary.
yeah.
and it doesn't get.
before it.
And I don't think it, like, I've been streaming for over a year now, quite a bit longer than a year, and I still get like that. But it always, I've never had a problem with it. It's never been like, oh, this person's really crazy, or I need to make an excuse to stop this, or crazy people are fine as well. But sometimes you want to just like, oh no, turn it off. But I've never actually experienced that. But it's still it's a bit weird. You can speak to 20, 30 people who'll be watching your stream, no problem. And they'll be communicating in chat, but like if it's a person that comes into your Discord, it's a bit like, oh.
I feel that way. Even people that I know and I get along with, like whenever you ask me to come play the Division, I'm like, social anxiety though.
Scary.
But I know, like, logically, I'm gonna have a good time, so like I have to kind of push through the social anxiety a little bit.
I had it with the podcast. I mean, I've talked to Ben a lot, especially during Fortnite, but I'm still nervous for no reason at all.
Because I'm a horrible
I'm
person.
nervous before
No.
before every podcast.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, like,
you really have to
it's all about with podcasts you have to speak, and you're kind of giving your insight, or you're like reporting on what you've been playing and stuff like that. So it's less about chit chat like when you're playing a game. One thing I like about the Division is that you don't always have to be like when I play with Glenn. We don't go into Discord, I don't think, or we don't most of the time. But you can just do push to talk. Because I always feel really nervous if I'm speaking with other people, especially if it's another person who's streaming. If I'm like in an open stream channel chatting away, I don't like be talking to my stream. So I've got I found a way of like push to mute now, which is useful in Discord.
Too. That's amazing thing in Discord.
Yeah. So I can do that now. But before I didn't, and it was like, oh, I couldn't really talk to chat because it was a bit awkward. Okay. I think I'm gonna put this thing out of its misery. I could happily talk for ages,
Finally.
as always, but it's always good to go out on top. So,
The thing out of its misery.
thank you. Let's kill it.
About my chair again.
Let's put it down. Oh no, that chair was put out of its misery a while ago, I think. Looks like it's
Sitting on
decomposing.
a chair corpse.
Yeah. I can smell it from here. Yeah. But Valued in the chat just quickly says, playing with people makes your expectations of yourself go way up. Yeah? Oh. I think I understand. God, bet it's a chair. I know. Well, I don't know if it's a chair. Very liberal use of the term chair.
My
But-
expectations of myself are already so low that like
Oh, you're awesome, Flighty.
I mean, I'm always delightfully surprised then. if my expectations start out low, I always end up impressing myself. So
That's a good way to.
Yeah. Like when I play a game, if I'm playing Fortnite, if I'm not the first person to die, then, hey, I've played better than someone else. Although, yeah, I might not have even jumped from the plane and someone's died already.
Out of in a Fortnite, just hide.
Yeah.
Bush to bush, baby. Bush to bush.
Be the bush.
But, yeah, guys, so how do we find Fighty Bread? How do we find you on... Where would you like us to find you?
Well, I'm gonna be Twitching tonight. I'm gonna be playing Transistor on my what's this thing called? Twitch. On a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Find me on Twitter, THT Flighty Broad. I'm on Instagram as that Flighty Broad if you want to see semi nudes. Not joking. And yeah, come talk to me. Come hang out with me. Come donate to my corpse chair fund.
Yeah, the corpse chair. I love it.
Come donate to my please help me stop making Ben sad with my chair fund.
Sad flighty chairs. Ace of Twitch, how do we find you on Twitch?
They're behind you. Just kidding.
You'll always be following.
You can just find me on Twitch as Ace of Twitch. I barely use Twitter, but if you're still curious whenever I post something, you can find me on Twitter as AceMDV. And that's basically about it. Hope to see you guys there and just say hi. It's always nice to have a chat.
Go donate to Ace to make him smile.
Yeah, if you donate to Ace, he smiles.
You can spend your money on a lot of better things.
We need to get Flighty a chair. Mellum, how do we find you?
I am Groot. No, I'm Mellowman on Twitch and on Twitter.
I got that terrible joke.
Oh, sorry.
No,
That's
you're
right.
No.
Are you going back to sleep after this, Mellum?
Yeah, I am.
Brilliant.
Aw.
And you can find me where you are looking now, BiggusBennus on Twitch or on YouTube, BiggusBennus, BiggusBennus1 on Twitter. One day I will. I'm just waiting for that person to delete their account so I can get the normal one. But yeah, we had a message in the chat just during that same period saying we missed our question. Next week we're doing the normal podcast, which is like we talk about games and gaming news and stuff. It's very, very serious stuff. But your questions will be perfect for that. So I'm going to save them if that's okay, Pewd. And same time next week. Well, actually, it'll be an hour later, 9 o'clock Central European time, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing the normal Click Click Play episode 63 or 64. We're on now. It's getting
The serious one.
Yeah, the serious. The one where we.
That's not going to be the spoiler cast, right?
No, the podcast will be like a midweek one. So.
Okay.
But yeah, next week we'll be with Andre and Jordan. Jordan, who I don't actually know if he's getting married next week, so maybe not. I don't know. He's getting married very, very soon. He's just been on his stag do, so I'm not entirely sure.
I feel like we should know that.
Yeah, I know.
Awful friend.
I know. I got an invite as well, but I was in the UK. I couldn't get time off work. But yeah, we'll discuss that with him. But yeah, no, that's the one where we all shout at each other and insult each other and leave the end at the end of the podcast. We're all miserable. So
Yeah.
the opposite of this one. But thank you. Let's should we send somebody a raid? Who's gonna get raided by us? Let's go and raid Dagonmar is streaming Dungeons and Dragons that looks very much like Mario Odyssey, but we'll raid Dagon. So what should we shout?
Nothing boom.
Twitch raid?
Yeah, Twitch.
Twitch raid. I like that.
Sounds
Twitch
sounds
raid.
good, buddy.
So let me type it. Exclamation point raid. There we go. Dagonmar. Stick around. Go and send just Womp raiders.
What?
Lighty chair raid. So just
Thank you, but it says Ace of Twitch.
brilliant.
Sorry.
Thanks, guys. See you in 2 weeks, where we'll be back with who knows. It'll be a surprise, but stick around on Twitter and things, and you'll find out closer to the time. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
No, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.